So newborn must-haves, I found these videos really helpful and this has actually been requested this time, so I'm going to share with you my top 10 baby products that we have found really helpful and that I would say are like must-haves. Now obviously the real must-haves are nappies, wipes, clothes, things like that, but these are just extra products that I think are really worth having, that make your life easier and that we have really been loving and that I would class as favourites. So number one is obviously the wrap. This is an Amma wrap. I will leave the link down below. I'm actually doing a whole video on this with a demo on how to put it on and everything about it, because I can't actually believe how many people have asked me about it, asked me if it's easy to put on, where they can get it. I've even had people stop me when I'm out shopping asking me where they can get it. I'm going to do a whole separate video on that, but the Amma wrap is definitely my number one must-have. We could not live without this because this little baby does not sleep in the day anywhere apart from here, and if she doesn't sleep it means she's really grumpy. It's just really handy that I have Sienna. I can have my hands free to be able to hold her hand when we go for walks, round the house, just doing stuff for her, getting her lunch, things like that, if this one is sleeping on me. So we have just found it so handy, comfortable, and yeah, she absolutely loves it. Okay, number two is also to do with sleep. This is the Grow Company Grow Snug, and it's basically like a swaddle sleeping bag. So it has got poppers here if you want their arms out. Aria likes her arms in for the night time to sleep. She tends to sleep much better if she's all like cocooned up. And it has a zip all the way around, so the zip's here that you undo all the way around, so it's really easy to access for nappy changes in the night. But yeah, I've just found that she sleeps so much better in this, because I was finding she was doing that thing that a lot of newborns do where she'd be perfectly asleep on me and then as soon as I put her in the Moses basket and lie her down, she'd sort of jump, her arms would fling out and then she'd be awake crying again, and then I'd have to put her back on me and settle her down, and I just had to keep trying until she didn't jump and wake herself up. Whereas with this, I get her to sleep on me without it on because she's not a fan of going in it when she's awake. Feed her, let her fall asleep, and then I zip her in this when she's asleep and then put her in the Moses basket, and because she can't like jump her arms out, she doesn't wake up, she stays sound asleep. So the night times have been so much easier, we've been getting so much more sleep because she feeds and goes straight back to sleep in the Moses basket. So yeah, I would 100% recommend this if your baby is not sleeping very well and they like to be on you, because I just think it's really helped. So yes, I will leave everything linked down below so you can get your hands on one of those if you want. The next thing that we have used a lot is white noise, and I actually have an app on my phone. I think there's a few different ones you can get because Warren has a different one to me, but we both have it on our phones, and it's just such a lifesaver, especially in the car. Aria does not like her car seat at all, so as soon as we put her in there she basically starts screaming, but we've worked out if we have the white noise app on my phone already in the car seat before we put her in, she doesn't scream at all. We can leave when we want to leave, and if we leave it on in the car she will fall asleep in the car seat. If we don't have the white noise on, she basically just screams and screams and screams, and we have to keep stopping and calming her down. Okay, the next thing is good old gripe water. I'm pretty sure this is on everyone's newborn must-haves list or favourites list because it's just amazing. Aria seems to really not suffer. She's not like a colicky baby, she doesn't cry all the time, but in the evening around the same time every night she screams and screams and screams and nothing will settle her apart from this, so we're guessing it must be wind. It sort of builds up all day maybe, and then at 9:30 every night she is just screaming, pulling her legs up. You can tell she's in pain, and as you can see we have used a lot of this already, and you can't use this until they're a month, but definitely get it on hand for as soon as they hit a month. But as you can see, I mean, we started using it after 4 weeks and she's now 11 weeks and we've used nearly a whole bottle. It just helps straight away, it just helps her get all of her wind up, and then she's not in distress. So definite must have. Now the next thing is water wipes, and I know these are expensive compared to other wipes, but I totally can justify it because A, they're so good, and B, the ingredients are just so pure and, you know, just so good for baby skin. Aria has not had any nappy rash at all yet. We haven't used nappy cream on her at all, and I swear it's down to the water wipes because there's just no chemicals in them. When you look at the ingredients, it is literally 99.9% aqua, which is water, and then there's like a seed extract which is 0.1%. So these are basically just water, what it says in the title, water wipes. So we use these straight from birth. We never bothered with the whole faff of the cotton wool and water. We used these, which the midwives never like questioned because they're just water, so it's the same as using cotton wool and water. They're just as soft, they're just as pure, won loads of awards, and they are chemical free, which is just amazing because if you actually look, if you actually look at the ingredients on normal wet wipes, I've got some Aldi ones and I looked at the ingredients, there is a whole like chunk of ingredients that's just chemicals basically that I can't even say, you know, just random chemicals in the wipes, and that is not going to be good for your baby's skin. So even though these are probably like, I don't know, triple the price of normal wipes, they're just totally worth it, and I just can't bring myself to buy normal wipes. They're also, as the name would suggest, really like watery. They're really wet wipes, so they really clean really well. You need hardly any to like clean a dirty bum, whereas with normal wet wipes I find them so much drier that you need like double the amount. So although these are more expensive, this pack lasts you for ages. And I must say as well, Warren actually noticed. I said I was going to buy these and he's just like, oh, wet wipes are wet wipes, you know, don't really care. But the first time he used these, he actually commented like, oh my god, these wipes are amazing. And like for a man to actually comment something about how good wet wipes are shows they must be good, because he would not care. Yes, 100% recommend the water wipes. I cannot rave about them enough. I just think, why would you want to put chemicals on your newborn baby? I just can't bring myself to do it. Okay, the next thing is this spotty pink thing here. You might have seen this in some of my vlogs and Instagram posts and stuff. This is Aria's bean bag. I'm going to try and show you. I'll move over. So this is a little bean bag, specifically made for babies and sort of toddlers, and I think it goes up to the age of 8. So it's basically a beanbag seat, and it has the clip that you clip them into so they can't fall off. So you put their legs through and clip them onto it, and it's basically like a little seat. Now we got this for Aria instead of a bouncer chair because Sienna hated her bouncer chair, and I assumed that they would be similar babies, so I didn't want to buy a bouncer chair and then Aria didn't like it, so we went for the bean bag instead. And at first she wasn't keen on it because she likes movement, and I was thinking, oh no, I should have got a bouncer chair instead of the bean bag. However, now she really likes it, and she is a baby that hates being on her back. She hates being led flat. I have barely used our Kerry cot pram because she just hates being led flat. She'd rather be in the wrap or being held upright. This is really good because you can kind of angle it so it's sitting up a little bit, if that makes sense. So there's not too many beans in there that it is like a stiff inner shape, so you can kind of maneuver it. You can sit it up a bit more if you want to, if you sort of put all the beans at the back, or you can make it flat if you sort of flatten them out. I hope you can see that and it makes sense. So yeah, she likes to sit on this and sort of watch TV or just look around the room, and she likes it sat upright so she feels like she's not led flat. It's just so handy for when we're downstairs. If I want to put her down, I can put her on this and she's not led flat. Just really been loving this. It's from Beanbag Planet. I'll link it down below. And now the next two things are bath items, and you've probably seen these in my evening routine video, but the first one is the Angel Care bath support. I got mine from Mamas and Papas. just because I was doing an order anyway and seen it on there, and I thought it would be easier to just get one order and pay one lot of postage. But they do also do it in Mothercare as well, I think I've seen it. So it's basically just a bath support, but it's really handy because it's like a seat. I don't know if you can really see. It's like a seat, it's dipped, so the baby lies on it, or kind of sits on it, I suppose, because it's got this little thing here. So their legs go either side and they sort of sit on it. So you can put them on it and then be hands-free to wash them and pick them back up. Because when we had Sienna, we had a normal baby bath, and we just found it so awkward to bath her because you can't let go of them to get soap or wash them properly or anything. You have to hold them, otherwise they're just going to slip under the water. So this is really good because it's like they can sit on it, and obviously doesn't mean you can leave them there. You shouldn't, you know, like walk away or anything. But if you need 2 hands for 1 second to grab some soap, you can do that, or even 1 hand, because she's completely sat on it and safe. So I would highly recommend this. It's also really nice and soft. It's kind of like mouldable, if you can see. It's not like stiff plastic, so it's nice and comfortable for them. So yeah, that has made bath time easier. And then the other thing I also showed in my evening routine, and a few people have asked me where it is from, and it is the Cuddle Dry apron towel. So this is a baby towel, and it has the apron bit, so you put it around your neck so you can wear it. We've got the snow leopard print, but they do lots of other prints as well. You wear it around your neck, and it's one long towel, and then it has the baby hood at the end. So you put it round your neck and wear it while you're bathing the baby, and then all you need to do is pick the baby up, put it straight on top of you. You don't get wet, the towel's already there. You don't have to fuss around with picking the baby up and trying to wrap a towel around them, but you've got no hands. It's just so easy to use. You just pick the bottom up, put the hood on them, and they're nice and comfy, nice and dry and warm straight away. So it's just such a lifesaver, especially when I'm bathing Aria on my own. These 2 things have made it so handy. It's not a problem. I don't need to worry about her being unsafe or cold. So yes, if you are like a parent that's going to be bathing your baby a lot on your own, maybe if your husband works away, or you know, doesn't get home from work till late, and you do the bath routine on your own, I would highly recommend both of those products because they will just make your life so much easier, which is what I am all about. Next thing I'm going to talk about, I've got here on the car seat. This is the Wallaboo, oh, if you can see, this is the Wallaboo foot muff, and I found a foot muff so handy, especially because Aria was born in February. The weather has been pretty awful. She needs to be nice and warm, but when you go into shops or, you know, houses that have the heating or the aircon on, she gets too warm. So having a foot muff on that you can unzip kind of saves the faff. You have to put a coat on when you're outside and then take it off when you go inside and there's heating on, and then they're not allowed to wear a coat in the car seat under the straps. So it's just a lot of faff I found with coats, but this just makes it really easy. I love the colour and style as well. It's really soft and comfortable, so that's definitely a must-have. And then the last must-have is actually the base for the car seat. We have one that you just clip the car seat on. It makes it so much easier than strapping the car seat in with the seat belt. So we have definitely been loving that as well. So that is my top 10 newborn favourites. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found some helpful items. Don't forget to check out all the links down below, and also like and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!